I'm Tara. Standing on the stage of the Women in Business Summit in San Francisco, beneath the banner that reads Reclaiming Power, Money, Boundaries, and Self-Worth, I'm filled with a sense of calm and clarity. A year ago, if someone had told me that my pain would become my platform, I would have laughed. But here I am, sharing my story with the world. It all started on what should have been a special day for me. I woke up on my 30th birthday to complete silence. No calls, no messages, not even a simple happy birthday from my family. Out of habit, I opened my social media. There, on a post, were my parents, my younger sister Lily, and her fiancé, smiling brightly on a beach in the Maldives. The caption read, "A dream vacation for our precious Lily. She's the one who truly makes our family shine." And below it, Mom's comment was like a knife in my heart, "She deserves all the happiness in the world." I sat there, the glow of the screen illuminating my face. Those words hit me like a punch to the gut. I finally understood the true meaning of family hierarchy. They hadn't forgotten my birthday, they'd deliberately ignored it. For years, I'd been the reliable one in the family. I was the responsible daughter, always there to help. I'd paid off Lily's credit card debt 3 times when she overspent on shopping sprees. I'd lent Dad my savings when his business faced a temporary setback. And I never complained when Mom said my career in finance was just a boring desk job. While they were sipping cocktails in the Maldives, I was at home, working overtime to pay off the loan I'd taken to help Lily start her small-time fashion business. That day, I decided enough was enough. I opened my banking app with a calm, practiced smile and initiated a full transfer of the family fund. Every single dollar that I'd managed and maintained for them was now in a separate account under my name, an account they had no access to because Tara handled the money. I logged out of the app, shut my laptop, and whispered, "You wanted to show pride in Lily? You'll get silence from me instead." Outside, the gentle rain tapped on the window. It felt more like applause for my newfound courage. By noon, my phone rang. It was Mom. Her voice was frantic. "Tara, there's something wrong with the bank account. The Maldives card has been declined." I leaned back in my chair and feigned confusion. "That's strange. Didn't you say I wasn't part of the family anymore? Maybe the system finally caught up." She paused and then said in a lower tone, "Don't be so dramatic. Lily needed this trip. You're just being too sensitive." I let out a quiet laugh, the kind that scares people because it's so calm. "Sensitive? You just publicly said she's the only one who makes you proud." Mom tried to brush it off. "People exaggerate on social media. You know that, right?" I shot back, "And I exaggerated when I bailed Dad out of his business trouble last year?" There was a long silence. Then she snapped, "You're being selfish. We're on vacation, and you're making a scene." I smiled into the phone. "Enjoy the sun, Mom. You've earned it. But from now on, your pride in Lily will have to pay its own bills." I hung up, blocked the family group chat, and turned my phone face down. For the first time, I didn't feel guilty, I felt balanced. That evening, I poured myself a glass of wine and opened my journal. I wrote, "Let them feel what I've felt for so long, unseen, unheard, unappreciated." And I added, "When they call back, it won't be for love, it'll be for money. And I'll answer with the same silence they gave me." The next morning, my phone was flooded with messages, missed calls, and voicemails. Dad's voice on the voicemail was sharp and angry. "Tara, what the hell did you do? The funds are gone, and we can't access the card. Fix this right away before your mother has a breakdown." I poured my coffee and listened to the message again. They didn't ask if I was okay, they didn't say happy birthday. All they said was, "Fix this." It was the same old story, always my time, my money, and my guilt. But not this time. By noon, Lily sent me a long text full of entitlement. "You're really going to ruin Mom's vacation? Grow up. You're just jealous because I'm the favorite." You don't even have a family of your own, so stop trying to control ours. I stared at the message and typed back, enjoy budgeting. Then I turned off my phone and walked out into the city sunlight. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like their backup plan. I felt like myself, the person who finally decided where my loyalty ended. That afternoon, I went to the bank and moved the rest of my linked assets into a new account under my business name. The clerk smiled and asked, starting something new? I smiled back and said, ending something old. When I got home, there were 36 missed calls. I didn't answer a single one. I was no longer their safety net, I was the wake-up call they never saw coming. By the third day, chaos had hit their paradise. A family friend posted a video from the Maldives. It was a shaky video of my parents arguing at a beachside bar. Dad was shouting, "Tara has embarrassed us." Lily was sitting in the background, crying into her phone. I didn't need to guess what the fight was about. It wasn't really about money, it was about control. They'd lost the one person who always cleaned up their messes. At noon, Dad sent me an email. It was short and cold. "We're disappointed in you. Your actions are unforgivable. Family doesn't betray family." I started to type a reply but stopped halfway. Then, with a small smile, I deleted it and attached a single PDF labeled Financial Record 2018 to 2023. It contained every transfer, every expense, and every emergency payment I'd made for them over the past 6 years. I sent it with a note, family doesn't exploit family either. By evening, the email had been opened 7 times. Aunt Grace called me, whispering as if she was sharing a big secret. "They're panicking, Tara. Your dad is furious, your mom is crying, and Lily is blaming everyone. What did you do?" I replied, "Nothing illegal. Just a little accounting." Grace chuckled. "Good for you. It's about time someone stood up to them." I looked around my apartment, the plants, the sunlight, and the peace. Everything they said I couldn't achieve without them. I said softly, I didn't stand up to them, I just stopped standing under them. For the first time, it wasn't anger that filled me. It was a quiet, sharp, and calm satisfaction. They'd taught me the value of money, and now they were learning the cost of neglect. And I hadn't even sent them the real surprise yet. 2 weeks later, their Maldives dream came crashing down. Their flight back home was charged to Mom's frozen card. The family account was permanently closed, and the credit line they'd used for years was flagged for review. That's when Dad finally swallowed his pride. He called from a borrowed number, his voice low and careful. "Tara, we need to talk." I let the silence stretch before answering. "About money or about family?" He sighed. "About fixing this." I almost laughed. "There's nothing to fix. You broke our family years ago. I just stopped patching it up." His tone hardened. "You think this is strength? It's cruelty." I looked around my apartment, the one I'd paid for, furnished, and built on my own. "No, Dad," I said softly. "It's clarity." Later that night, I got an email from Lily. "They're saying you ruined everything, but I get it now." I saw Mom's comment. I'd be hurt too. It was the first honest thing she'd said to me in years. I wrote back, "I'm not angry anymore. I just stopped financing my own rejection." Then I attached a screenshot of a donation receipt. $15,000 from the family fund had been sent to a local charity for women in finance. The caption read, "Better investment." I didn't expect forgiveness, and I didn't even need it. For the first time in my life, every dollar, every ounce of effort, and every late-night calculation finally added up to me. While they scrambled to rebuild their lives without my help, I finally celebrated a birthday that truly belonged to me. It was a birthday without guilt, without apologies, and without them. A month passed. There were no calls, no emails, and no more guilt. The silence that once stung now felt like a sacred gift, like the air after a storm. My work was thriving. My promotion at the firm was announced, and I finally launched the financial literacy program I'd dreamed about. It was for women who'd been manipulated or controlled through money. It filled a void in me that I didn't even know existed. At the first session, a woman asked, "What made you start this?" I smiled and said, "A family who taught me everything about debt, just not the kind you can repay." They laughed softly, understandingly. That night, I received a small envelope in the mail. There was no return address. Inside was a photo of me and Lily as kids, eating ice cream on the porch. On the back, in Mom's handwriting, it said, "We went too far." I'm sorry. I didn't cry. I just put it in a folder marked past and placed it in the back of my drawer. The next morning, my phone buzzed with a text from Lily. "Mom's been quieter lately. She wants to talk." No pressure. I typed a reply but paused. Forgiveness wasn't simple. I wrote, "Tell her I hope she's okay. I'm okay, too. That's enough for now." Then I sent the message and stepped outside. The sun was warm, and the air smelled of rain and possibility. I realized that peace didn't mean a reunion, it meant not needing one. 6 months later, I was on this stage, sharing my story. After the event, a young woman approached me, clutching her notebook. "My mom says I owe her everything, even my paycheck," she said quietly. I smiled gently. "Then start by owing yourself peace. That's the first debt you pay." Her eyes welled up, and I saw myself in her, the scared, loyal, and confused girl I used to be. Later that night, in my hotel room overlooking the bay, Lily's name flashed on my phone again. "Mom asked if she can come to your next event. She's been following your work. She said she's proud." I stared at the message for a long time. It didn't feel the same as it used to. It just felt distant. I replied, "Tell her thank you. That's enough." Then I muted the thread, closed my phone, and turned to the window. The water shimmered under the city lights, calm, endless, and unbothered. It looked like freedom. It was freedom. A year later, I celebrated my birthday on a quiet beach in Greece. There were no family members, no group chats, and no fake smiles. Just me, the sound of the tide, and the setting sun. As I watched the sun dip below the horizon, I thought of all the versions of myself I'd been. The girl who stayed up late helping Lily with her school projects, the woman who sent money to fix Dad's business and Mom's debts, the one who waited for their love as if it was something I had to earn. Now, I didn't wait for anything. I built my own life. The notification chime broke the silence. It was an email from the foundation accountant I'd hired 6 months ago. "Happy birthday, Tara. The Scholarship Fund for Underprivileged Women in Finance is officially active. The first 5 recipients have been selected." I smiled through unexpected tears. The family fund had finally found a purpose they'd never understand. Later that night, as the waves lapped at the shore, a message came in from Mom. "We saw the news about your program. We're proud of you." I stared at the screen, my heart steady. I typed back, "Thank you. I hope you find your own peace, too." Then I turned my phone face down and let the sea breeze carry away the last trace of them. Because sometimes peace isn't revenge, it's knowing you don't need to prove your worth to anyone anymore. And as the moon shimmered across the water, I whispered to myself, "Happy birthday, Tara." This celebration was exactly how it was meant to be.